Hello and welcome to the Pretty Good Gaming Daily Triple, your no shit gaming news video. That's 3 news stories in one video with zero faff. I'm recording this one again at home today because Gaz has babysitting to do. The MMORPG space sim EVE Online is a hotbed of interesting news stories with weird and wonderful shit happening in the community all the time. The game is so popular that the Iceland-based developer CCP had plans to launch an online first-person shooter spin-off. Those plans have now been dashed as the previously announced Project Nova has been officially cancelled. The game was described as a dark and thrilling first-person co-op shooter set in the dystopian sci-fi universe of EVE Online. Project Nova features tactical co-op PvE and explosive PvP modes with a strong emphasis on mastery and strategy. As awesome as all that sounds and looks based on the invite-only alpha build, it was not meant to be. The game has been in development hell for some time now after being officially unveiled in 2016. All was quiet until gameplay was revealed in October 2018, but by November that year CCP announced it had gone back to the drawing board with Project Nova. In a lengthy blog post at the time, CCP said, "We hope you understand that we need to take a step back and return to the drawing board, where we will spend more time figuring out how all this hard work can translate into something better and more meaningful for the EVE universe. We see that the gameplay experience in its current form does not live up to our original vision and would not achieve our ambitious goals for this project. CCP is in no rush to release Project Nova until we're satisfied it provides a rock-solid gameplay experience and visuals to match." But now, over a year later, CCP has finally put the bullet in the head of Project Nova. In a statement on Reddit, the studio said, "We remain committed to offering a rock-solid, action-oriented gameplay experience with stellar visuals, but due to significant changes in the scope and direction of our sci-fi multiplayer shooter game concept, it also made sense to update how we refer to this project internally." While Project Nova is cancelled, this statement suggests that what CCP hoped it would become is still their aim, and that work is continuing on other FPS projects, albeit under different names. The statement describes that CCP is actively evolving it beyond the original scope for what was formerly codenamed Project Nova, meaning that eventually a new FPS EVE Online spin-off may actually come out. Fortunately, all staff involved in Nova are being moved on to other projects within CCP's Reykjavik studio. CCP ends its post by saying it wants to avoid revealing titles and codenames before they're ready. "We want to show you rather than tell you how we have evolved this concept, and we're looking forward to doing so when the time comes to present this concept as a fully fledged game." Project Nova was meant to be a spiritual successor of sorts to Dust 514, a now defunct free-to-play sci-fi FPS set within the EVE Online universe, a galaxy known as New Eden. To me, it looked like a healthy cross between the sci-fi setting and aesthetic of Halo, with the tactical and realistic gameplay of something like Rainbow Six. Hopefully something will be made from the remnants of Project Nova, with all the work on this concept now being undertaken at CCP's London-based studio. And next up, everyone knows The Witcher 3 is one of the most successful games of all time, so when it was announced that CD Projekt Red's iconic title would be coming to the Nintendo Switch, players were overjoyed at the possibility of slaying monsters on the go. However, the problem was that after sinking countless hours into Geralt's world on PC, players would have to start from scratch on the portable platform. That will no longer be an issue, as CDPR announced on Twitter that Update 3.6 will add save file integration between the Nintendo Switch and GOG or Steam accounts. In addition to the introduction of cross-saves, the update also includes added touch control support, added more text languages, added more graphical options, added multiple performance optimizations, fixed various visual and functional bugs, various gameplay and crash fixes. The extra graphical options are more extensive than you would expect with most console games, giving players more control over motion blur, bloom, sharpening, depth of field, cutscene depth of field, light shafts, underwater effects, and foliage visibility range. Additional voiceover languages will also be made available to download for free further down the line. Unfortunately, console players are left out in the cold with no word on cross-saves for PS4 or Xbox One. There are some mod-related issues which may cause problems in your save file transfer, such as importing bugs from a modded file, so be aware. The Witcher 3 will now join the likes of Dauntless and Divinity Original Sin 2, who have already added cross-save support on the Switch. We're accused of a pro-CDPR bias here at Pretty Good Gaming, but when they constantly do great stuff like this, how can you not love them? Recently, The Witcher 3 became bigger than ever following the success of Netflix's adaptation. A number of the books became Amazon bestsellers and even sold out, and The Witcher 3 hit more concurrent players than ever at over 100,000. Production of Season 2 of Netflix's Witcher show is underway and is expected to air in 2021. And finally, if playing games on the go sounds like a dream come true but you don't own a Nintendo Switch, Google Stadia might be your answer, as now you can access the streaming service on Samsung devices. I'm not really sure why you'd really want to do that, but hey, at least it's an option. By February 20th, the streaming service will be available on multiple lines of Samsung phones, including the Samsung Galaxy S8s, S9s, S10s, and S20s, the Samsung Galaxy Note, Razer, and Asus. Prior to this expansion onto other mobile models, Google Stadia was only available on Google Pixel phones, and there is still no word on when the service will be added to iPhones or iPads. Stadia's 42 game library is growing just very slowly. It currently has popular titles like Red Dead Redemption 2, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, The Division 2, and Doom, with the likes of Cyberpunk 2077, Baldur's Gate 3, Marvel's Avengers, and Doom Eternal joining the ranks when they launch throughout the year. Google recently promised fans that there are plans for 120 games to join the service in 2020, including over 10 timed exclusives before July, but pointed out that we leave it up to the publishers to make announcements about their IP/games and which platforms it will appear on. When you combine the lack of games with the numerous absent features, it's not surprising that Stadia player numbers are dwindling. While adding more mobile support for the service will help stave off the end, Stadia's demise still seems inevitable at this point. And that's your lot for today. If you enjoyed this no shit format, go ahead and give the video a like to give it a boost, hit subscribe and the bell if you want to stay up to date on all future installments. Toss a coin to your YouTuber over at patreon.com/prettygoodgaming. That's all for today. I've been Henry Cooper. Bye for now.